packing my daughter a realistic school lunch.
Weird Weekends episode about rap.
Can you remember any of the rap that you did?
My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure. Make you wanna dribble.
We
dribble.
don't have to
You
cut
know,
the fruit
right
into
in
cute
my
shapes
Fiat.
to
You
show
really
we
have to see
care.
it. 6'2" in a compact. No.
Welcome back to another episode of me making lunch for my particular kid. This morning I asked what kind of sandwich she wanted, thinking she would pick something different, and she requested peanut butter and Nutella again because she said she liked it so much yesterday. I did end up going shopping yesterday, so now we've got cucumbers again, and we're gonna have them be some bunnies today. I wish that it was that fast to cut them in real life. Next, she's taking something that you haven't seen her take before, which is apples with cinnamon. This is something that her meme got her to try, and I don't know what it is about trying things for the grandmothers, but they've always been better at getting my kids to try things than I have. But I guess as long as they're trying new things, it doesn't matter who gets them to do it. I couldn't fit the whole apple in, but I'm just gonna eat those last couple pieces. Next, she's getting a blueberry yogurt and a couple Oreos for a treat. In her note, I said I hope she was having a good day, and I couldn't wait to squeeze her when she gets home. I hope you all have a particularly good day.
Let's pack today's lunchbox from our friends and followers. Today we're making them Cuban sandwiches. Cuban sandwiches are probably by far my favorite type of sandwich, so I'm very excited to make this for them. We're gonna begin by prepping our meat. We make a couple of holes, shove a couple of garlics in there. We're gonna rub some mustard as a binder, and if you're scared to handle your meat raw, then find your nearest church and go there. And remember, when you add your rub, do not rub your rub. Press on it. I'm just gonna stick it in the oven at 200 degrees for about 12 to 14 hours. I don't care what anyone says. I like cooking mine low and slow, but you can cook yours at whatever temperature you want. Let's look at how clean that bone came out. Once it cools off, because it was freaking hot, shred my meat, and then I begin to make my sandwiches. I'm gonna butter up my buns, make sure they're nice and crispy. Add a mixture of mayo and mustard on both of my buns. Then I add my pork, grilled some ham, add some Swiss cheese, transfer it over on top of the pork. Add a couple of pickle slices, some mustard, and then I top it off with my top bun. To finish it off, I'm just gonna add a little bit of garlic butter, finish it off on my panini press until it gets nice and crispy. Then I wrap it in some parchment paper, cut it in half for them, and then this is what it looked like. For my keto guidos and low carbers, I straight out told them we cannot do this on a lettuce wrap. So I got some Spanish low carb tortillas, and basically we're making them like a Cuban quesadilla. I add exactly the same things I did to the Cuban sandwich, and then I crisp it up on my panini press. And I wrap it in some parchment paper and foil, and then put it in their box. To go along with their Cuban sandwich quesadilla, they're gonna get a side of carrot fries and a little bit of burning boho hot sauce. The regular Cuban sandwich got regular fries and burning boho hot sauce also. For their drink, they requested the same drink from yesterday, which was a passion fruit mango peach iced tea refresher, but this time I added a little bit of lemon. Give it a quick mix to make sure that everything is well incorporated. And that's it, guys. I'm just gonna hurry my ass up, get everything ready for them so they can come and pick up during lunchtime. Bye! Packing lunch for my husband. So, in honor of the video that started this whole channel, this being my husband's last lunch of the year, I'm gonna recreate that famous video. Mind you, I was recording from a potato. It was my first freaking video, and my husband was holding the phone over my head. So we're recreating that famous torta de barbacoa. I'ma butter up my buns, make sure they're nice and crispy, and on the top bun, we're going to add lots of guacamole. On the bottom one, we're going to add that barbacoa. I'm also gonna add some cheese. I stuck it in my air fryer just so it can get nice and melted. And I added some onion and cilantro, a little bit of cabbage, some jalapenos, and some queso fresco. I'm also gonna add a little bit of habanero and ghost pepper sauce. Close it up, wrap it in some parchment paper, and then I cut it in half for him. That way he doesn't have to stuff his face with a big ass torta at work. And that's what the torta looks like. For his fruit, I'm gonna cut up some cucumber. And yes, guys, cucumber is a fruit. And I'm gonna add a little bit of chamoy for dipping. I'm also gonna wash and cut up some strawberries for him, and then I put it in a small little container. And just to let him know how much I love him, I'm also gonna pack him a bag of pitos. Yeah, you heard correctly, a bag of pitos. Can't forget his note to let him know how much I love him. Then I pack everything up in his lunch pile with a couple more snacks, a yogurt, some type of Activia drink that he likes drinking. They're prebiotics, guys. They keep you regular. And that's it, guys. His tea and then the bag of pitos that didn't fit in his lunch pile. Bye!
Here's what I pack in my son's lunchbox. He's 5 and dairy intolerant, and he's getting a strawberry jam sandwich today with some blackberries and one of these oats and honey crunchy bars. Then he's getting hula hoops with some of these strawberry hearts. A nutritionist once told me that dried fruit is still fruit, so he's getting a portion of that. Now, I guarantee you Oscar will not eat this, but I'm going to continue serving it because exposure. I'm taking out the wet middle and then popping that in, and then I've got him some of this dairy-free yogurt. If you've got any recommendations of dairy-free individually portioned yogurts, then please let me know, because obviously that's an additional step. Can't forget the spoon or the ice pack to keep the yogurt cool. There's his school drink, and I'm also going to make a smoothie because he is a picky eater. I find it really difficult to get fruit and vegetables into him, and I know he will actually have this, and that's him done.
Welcome back to another episode of me making lunch for my particular kid, and today is exciting because she wanted to try something new. But first, this morning I gave her the option whether or not she wanted a turkey and cheese wrap or a peanut butter and banana sandwich, and she chose the turkey and cheese wrap. And it looks like we have another little visitor popping in today. Let me know in the comments who you think's making that happen. Now that I've got that all wrapped up, it's time for the new thing she wanted to try. If you've been following along, you know that I've been trying to get her to try peppers with cream cheese and everything bagel seasoning, and she keeps turning me down. But this morning she agreed to try, and it just goes to show you sometimes particular kids just need a little patience. Then she's getting some raspberries, some strawberries, these veggie sticks from Thrive Market, and a cheese stick. Then I'm gonna go ahead and pop that in, and I'll give her her juice and a fruit roll up for a treat. Before she left for school today, I let her know how proud I was of her for wanting to try something new at lunch today. She's really come such a long way since we started. I hope you all have a particularly good day.
Alrighty, y'all, another day, another lunchbox. This one is for Avery. She's eating the normal mac and cheese. She does not have to have the Elsa one. And Avery is feeling 100% better since COVID. So she's going to have these little chicken nuggets that I bought her from Sam's Club. They're just heart-shaped and cute because Valentine's Day is coming up, y'all. And then a little bit of barbecue sauce in the middle. She's having, I think it's mango-flavored applesauce and then veggie sauce at the end. And that's all. Real tasty, real good, real simple. Tell me what y'all having for lunch today.
Forgot to pack lunch for my son last night. Oopses. So he said, no, Mom. You making my lunch and dropping it off at the office, huh? Yes, sir. So here we go.
She ain't got no money, her clothes are kind of funny, her hair is
Mission accomplished.
Today I'm making lunch for my middle schooler, who also happens to be a particular kid, but not as particular as her little sister. She asked me for a pepperoni and cheese sandwich, and at first said, "Mom, please don't cut it into shapes," and then decided that she wanted them. Neither of my kids like any kind of spread on their sandwiches, and that's how they like them, so do not come for me. When I asked her what kind of veggie she wanted, I offered her the mini sweet peppers with some cream cheese and everything bagel seasoning, thinking she wasn't really going to go for that, but she actually said she wanted to try it, so I'm giving her some of those. I'm really glad that my kids seem to be trying new things these days. Then she's getting a clementine for fruit and some pretzels as an extra snack. I don't make her lunch very often because she likes to get lunch from school most days, but I am happy to do it for her when she asks. And I don't care if she's in middle school, she gets a note too. Everybody needs a little reminder about how much you love them. My daughter picked out what she wanted for lunch today. And I just have to laugh because even though she is such a picky kid, like can't even get her to try certain things picky, she likes things like these pickles that maybe your average kid wouldn't like. She also only really eats tuna fish sandwiches, or if not that, just plain American cheese between two pieces of bread. And oddly enough, she'll eat hummus. So I can't figure her out. But like I've said in my other videos, if I can get a vegetable, a fruit, a protein into this kid, we're gonna call it a win. She often wants to take the same kind of things for lunch, which I don't mind, but that's why I don't make lunch making videos very often, because you'd just be seeing the same thing. Do your kids like to take the same things for lunch all the time? Or are you lucky enough that they try new things? Welcome back to another episode of me making lunch for my particular kid. Today she's taking something from her most recent taste test, which is a wrap with turkey, cheese, and ranch. I'm still so surprised that she liked this, but that's what she requested for lunch today. She's actually taking two new things today. In addition to this wrap, I told her about this comment, and she said she was willing to try that. So I'm giving her some baby carrots, and then I'm putting the peanut butter in a separate container just in case she doesn't like the combination together, so that way she can still eat the carrots. Then I peeled a clementine for her, and then she requested a blueberry yogurt because apparently blueberries help with your brain power. Giving her some of these Honolulu cookies. Then, of course, we have to write her note. I told her I was proud of her for trying new foods, and not to worry if she didn't like the peanut butter and carrots. I hope that you all have a particularly good day.